the music down a little bit. Okay, two things I want to mention before we talk about the hostess and or the sign for free in March. Number one, for those of you that are new and old, sometimes you'll get a contact on your website that is a scam or a fraud or a bad thing. So if somebody, this is what happened to one of my leaders probably a year ago. She got a contact on her website, and in the information box, it said, I would like to order. She contacted the person. The person said, oh, my identity was stolen. My credit card's canceled. I want to order $2,000 worth of stuff because I've moved to a new house, and I will send you a cashier's check. She did send the cashier's check. It was from Wells Fargo, and when my leader took it to the bank, it was fraudulent. Okay? So if you have somebody that has a weird circumstance, don't do it. If you got a red flag, just walk away. Okay? Because we get fraudulent. How many of you have had a fraudulent email? Me included. Okay? So mine was this week. Mine was probably today's Saturday. It was Monday or Tuesday. I got a fraudulent email. Okay.
They can search the Facebook page too for that name, and it will pull up everyone that said, "Oh, so and so called me." So there's a name
On our Facebook page.
Yeah, on our Chris Carlson.
Okay, so yeah, you can Google or search their name on their Facebook page and see if it comes up. Okay, so that's the first thing I want to tell you. Second thing I want to tell you is sometimes when you're sitting down there, you don't realize that the difference between us and you is time. That's it. We mostly consistently did our businesses. We're not perfect. Sometimes we'll play when we should have been working. But we mostly consistently did our businesses, and we got time. So if you're thinking, oh, I wish I had what she has, give it time. That's it. Time. Okay, but what I want to talk to you about is our free March incentive and what it is and what it's not. So the free March incentive is put out there as a gift from Norwex. And we got kind of a little bit of inside scoop in Costa Rica when we were sipping pina coladas with Debbie Bolton. And we don't know if or when this incentive will run again. So this is kind of a big deal, but it's to be used correctly. So it can really change your business if you use it to help people start. So let's talk about what it's for. If you have a sister or a cousin or somebody that has heard you talk about Norwex and they live in Virginia or Vermont, and you've talked to them and talked to them and talked to them, now would be the time. For $10, that's the price of the shipping, they can get a household pack shipped to them with the option of doing a Norwex business. So it's really no risk because it's a $10 household package, right? So this is free advertising for you to reach out to all the people across the United States that you know and love that you can't do a party for because you can't fly to them, but you would like to introduce it to them. This is the perfect opportunity for that. Give them a call and say, hey, you know how I've been ranting and raving about this Norwex stuff? You can get a household pack for $10 with the option of showing a few people, seeing where it goes, maybe having a business. Okay, so that's one great opportunity. Another great thing is if you've been to parties and you've talked to your hostess or you've talked to people that were interested and they said, oh, I don't know, I just don't think I can do it because, I have to do that $2,000 commitment and my son's getting married and my daughter's having a baby and we're moving or whatever. Now's the time to call them back, right? Now's the time to call them back and say, hey, I wanted to let you know about this incredible opportunity. And you always ask questions. So tell me how you're feeling about this. Are you excited? Do you know some people to help you get your business started and do some parties with? Have a conversation. Because if they are on board and they're going to get 6 parties and get their fresh start, guess which kit is in their best interest? The regular one. Why? Because it has the mop. If they're going to earn that kit for free, why not get them a mop for free? Do you understand what I'm saying with that? Okay. So this can really do great things for people that it's been bad timing or they've been scared of the 2000. That is who this, and people that live far away, that is who this incentive is for. Who it is not for is for everybody you know to get something for free, become a consultant, and wipe out all the people in this room's business. Because if they're a consultant, they don't want to come to a party and they don't want to work their business. What are we doing? We're running into them and they're saying, oh, I'm a consultant. But did they know anything about the product? No. So can you understand? It's a huge benefit to the right people. But and if somebody does sign up, I always qualify them. And I always say, I just want to let you know that in your contract that you sign, it does say that you cannot give discounts to people that are your current customers. You cannot give discounts to people who are not your current customers. When you sign your contract, how many current customers do you have? 0. How many parties have you done? 0. So you have signed that you are not going to do that. That is part of your integrity and your name on that contract. So if you get your business up and running and you want to give your sister 10% off, is that fine? Absolutely. But not, again, so we're just talking about how this works and how it doesn't work. Does anybody have any questions they want to throw out? Go ahead.
So if they do the free kit, they can still earn their fresh start, right?
The question is, if they get the free kit, can they earn the fresh start? The fresh start is the opportunity as a brand new consultant to earn $700 of free product. And the answer is yes. Yes, and if they know they're going to do that, it makes sense for them to sign with the regular kit. Get them up. Good question. Okay, so that wraps up me. Thank you again so much for coming. We're going to have Heather wrap us up for the day. I know it took effort. Some of you had to arrange carpools. Some of you had to shuffle work schedules and stuff. And we want to tell you that we are grateful you're here. All of you add to the energy and the experience of the whole thing. So thank you for making the effort. I'd like to bring Sheila Hercules up to the front.
My pleasure.
Okay, let's tell her thank you, Utah style. When we were in Costa Rica, the day before we left, we found out that Debbie and Mike's grandbaby had come and they wouldn't be attending. And so while we were in Costa Rica, I cornered Sheila and I said, do you think you'd come? And she said, I would love to. So even though she's already done 4 Norwex on Purposes all across Canada, she hopped back on a plane on Friday and blessed us with her knowledge and her personality and her greatness. So
Listen,
thank you so much.
I love it because this fills my cup. This fills my cup. Just like you, this makes me happy. I don't look at it as work at all. I think I was really touched to be invited, absolutely, and honored. And if I can make a difference and make you feel good and happy about your business, then my life has purpose. So,
awesome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, and where's Toinette? I don't even see her. Is Toinette in the room? We'll say also thank you to Toinette, who taught our new consultants. Okay, Heather?
Yes.
Will you wrap us up?
Yep. Okay, before I get into my last little tidbits, I'm going to add another scenario with the free sign-up. Because this has happened a couple of times. But like Lynda said, it may not happen again. As I talked with Debbie, she said, Norwex has incredible growth. We don't need this incentive in order to have growth. They're like 35, 45, something crazy percent in growth. And she said, and it's actually an expensive incentive for them. I mean, they absorb all the cost, right? And she said, so use this. We do it for you to help grow your business. So you hope to get people that are going to want to do parties and just give it a try, right? Try 1 or 2 parties and maybe kind of dumb it down and say, let's have a couple friends and family come over. Don't call it a party quite yet, right? Have them come over, show them what you have, what you love. But you will get some people that all of a sudden you see, God, somebody signed up on my website. Who's that? I don't even know anything about that. Because they were wanting to maybe just get the free products. But there's still something you can do. Reach out to them, and you're going to want to say, so exciting you signed up. That's fantastic. But guess what? The Fresh Start, I don't know if you've heard about this, but you can get 9 more items when you place your first order for free. Do you want to know more about that? Oh, yeah, they totally do. I've already had it happen this month. Wait, 9 items. What's that all about? So what you want to do is gather up a $400 order. That's $260 your cost, $262. Put that in, and you're going to get 9 more items for free. Oh, will you send me that information over? Yes, I will. I already did, actually. So use that Fresh Start to kind of get them dabbling in Norwex, trying to kind of get it out there, letting people know what they're doing, and then before they know it, they might do a little party. But next is I've set the expectation that minimum to stay active and not get locked out of your account, you need to order 2 times a year. right? Because every 6 months they go dormant. So that's $250. That's really easy. I mean, you're signing up because you want to get your hands on this stuff, right? So you're going to order anyway, right? So you're going to need to order twice a year. I've set the expectation that that's in November and August, but I actually have upped it one, just so you know. I set the expectation that my team orders 3 times a year. And so we order in November, we order in March, and we order in August. And can I make them? Am I going to break their arm? No. But I've let them know that they want at least twice a year. That's going to keep your leadership level active and things like that. But anyway, if you've got people that are signing up that way, that's what you want to do. Use a fresh start, get them just dabbling, let them know the expectation that they need to order to stay active, right?
Tell them about the blog so they don't have to train them.
Okay, if this scares you and you guys are like, oh my gosh, I don't want to recruit, I don't know what to do, I just barely signed up. Here's the deal. We have our team blog we talked about with all of our training so that you pretty much could sign up today and sign somebody else up under you tomorrow. I hate saying that, under you. Sign someone that's part of your team tomorrow. You send them right to the blog. There's steps 1, 2, 3, 4. It's teamnaturalsimplicity.wordpress.com. Hopefully everyone in this room knows that blog. Utilize that. Use those trainings, and you can send them there, and they're going to get trained really well. So step 1, they can actually start doing before they've signed up. They should, because step 1 teaches them how to get a party, what to say, how to do it, why, how many parties to get, in what time frame. The hostess special, fresh start. So they understand all of that. And you can stay home and do your nails. You don't have to even do that. So we've got that all set up. So do not be afraid to recruit. Do not be afraid if someone joins your team. So I'm going to be a minute. Or are you? Okay, yeah, okay. Okay, so fantastic day, yes? Okay, is your head swimming a little bit for some of you? Okay, that's okay. That's a good thing. It's a good thing. We're going to do something real quick. I want you to pull a piece of paper. It can be the back of whatever kind of paper you've got in your little folder. Grab your pen. I find that when I go to a conference or I go to a national conference, I'm all excited. I've got all these new ideas. I got these things I want to change, these things I want to implement. Then I've gone home and I restructure everything, and then I go to my party and I don't even know what is going on. What am I doing and what company do I work for? Like, I changed up too much. You don't want to do that. You don't want to what you're doing works. And the thing is you don't have to do much and it still works because we have an amazing product. So we don't want to completely wipe the slate clean and start fresh. We're not going back to factory settings. So what we want to do is just implement a couple of things. So I'm going to give you a couple minutes right now that I want you to write down 3 take-homes, 3 things that you've heard today that you want to do, add, change, or implement into your business. What 3 things? Just think through the workshops that you went through and write those 3 things down. I'm going to give you a couple minutes for that.
She's not in the room.
Oh, okay.
I asked. She'll get in.
I will be until she comes in. Okay, maybe one more minute. Okay, let's start to wrap it up. Okay, you guys can keep writing while I talk. So my first challenge is to take this folder full of nothing but pure knowledge and amazingness with your notes added to it. And my challenge is, don't just go home and find a shelf to put it on. Don't get it at the bottom of the stack and then you find it when you're cleaning things out next year, okay? Put it somewhere, wherever you do your work stuff, that you see it, so that when you maybe hit a hard spot or maybe you hit a new place, you can pull that out and look at those notes and go through and pull from those again. It's amazing how much you really forget. And so at least you've got these 3 things down. So my next challenge is to take these 3 things and actually implement them. Okay, let's do this. I want to give you a week. If some of them include, a party, needing to have a party, and you don't have a party in the next week, give yourself a little bit more time. But try and implement these things within the next week. So by next Saturday. Is that doable? Okay. Okay. So also along with, I'm going to skip. We'll come back to that. Okay, so I wanted to share a couple of thoughts and tidbits from an experience that I have, just to kind of give you a little bit more idea and some ahas after doing this business for 3.5 years, that I'm still having ahas of how amazing the company is on just multiple different levels. So I had a friend of mine from high school who's living in Florida. She looked me up and wanted to get some coaching from me. She's in a direct sales business and getting going and kind of, having a hard time, and she knew that I was doing Norwick, so she called and said, hey, can I get some tips? Can I get some coaching from you? So I thought, well, okay, sure, So we get chatting, and as I'm talking with her, I'm blown away at how amazing Norwex is. I know we're supposed to be talking about her company, but she's talking to me about the cost to get started. And how do you talk to people about that? And how do you get them to commit to that? And people always say they don't have money. And I was like, deer in the headlights. I'm like, well, it's free. I tell them, hey, I kind of give her my little 30-second commercial spiel. And you should have heard her on the phone. Wait a minute. What? But what's free? And I'm like, no, it's free to get started in our company. But what do they pay to get started? Okay, no, it's free to get started. What? Like she couldn't believe it. That's a big deal, you guys. Like, think about right now, if when you went to your next Norwex party, in order to offer the business, you then had to tell them, and it's going to cost you this. We don't have that. Holy cow. Like, we're super lucky. That was one of my huge, wowzers. Okay, let me tell you another one of my my wowzers here. As she talked to me about her product, it was simply just that, a product and nothing else. No mission, no purpose behind it. And I didn't realize in teaching people about this business how much that motivates people, how much that motivates me, how much I care about what I put on my children, bring into my home, eat. And to be able to share that with people and that purpose and that belief, you attract people that want that same belief or have that same belief and purpose and a reason besides, it's cute. Like that, do you feel the hollow and emptiness? Like, you should really buy this because it's cute. That's fun, and that has a place, right? But being the one up front doing the class and trying to grow a team, that's a lot harder when you're not able to hit in their core and dig up that emotion and that passion and that belief. And our company has that. And it's not something that's a fad. I don't know if you guys have seen, but in the last 3.5 years that I've done classes or parties with Norwex, I've seen a shift in people from being a little bit, not so open to this green business to open to it, realizing that what's going on in our environment, in our home, is affecting their health. They've got people that have got sicknesses. They're starting to learn about it, right? Have you guys seen that shift? That's happening. And people are going to become more aware and more educated. And when they hear about us, they're just going to be ready to just, you run into those people, right? They're already green, they're already using soda, and they're already using vinegar. But guess what? They still love it, and they want it because it's one less thing they have to do. They don't have to get the bottle ready, and they don't have to buy the blah, blah, blah. They can just wipe and go. It's so exciting seeing what's coming and seeing the awareness of the people, and that we have that passion and that purpose behind what we're going and teaching people about every single night. Is that not so cool? Do you guys see how cool that is? Okay, I need like a hallelujah or something. Yeah, feeling it. Okay, awesome. Okay, so, okay, so I'm gonna hurry now. Okay, so I was online. Sorry, I need a table so I can, oh, I have both mics on, good. Okay, so as I was talking to this friend of mine, she's very educated, very smart, very much a go-getter. And she was talking to me about this person who's like in the direct sales industry, and of course I would know her, and I'm all, mm-hmm. And I'm sure you've heard about so-and-so because they're up the top and this, that, and the other, all across the country, and I'm all, mm-hmm. I didn't know who anybody was that she was talking about. Like, this girl was studied, and she was talking to me about, let me say it right, my paper here, the Harvard Business School Review on direct sales and multi-level marketing. She talked to me about, like I already knew about it, and I'm all, mm-hmm. Okay, it was awesome. That's fantastic. So then I had to go look it up, right? And the deal is this, is that Harvard Business School, they teach about direct sales companies. Like, it's legit. Donald Trump, I'm going to butcher this, but there was a quote somewhere in one of his books in all of his wisdom. And he said, when the economy was tough, he said, if you don't have a job, he said, you go out and you find the best direct sales company that you can and get to work. Because he knows how the numbers work. He knows how the numbers compound. He knows that you're going to have a lot of money with half the effort than if you're going somewhere clocking in and clocking out. That's the beauty. That's why we love this business. We get to be our own boss. You're in charge of the vehicle that's getting you wherever you're going. So decide, do you know where you're going? Because it's hard to get there if you don't know. So decide, that's where your goal setting comes, deciding where am I going, what do I want out of this? We get to have the hours that we want. That's huge. I know so many people that are like, yeah, my husband can't be here at the basketball game. Yeah, he only gets 1 week a year, so we went to St. George without him. You know, those restrictions where you're just, you're controlled by your outer circumstances rather than being able to outwardly have your life the way that you want it. That's what we have. How cool is that? Okay, so going back to the Harvard Business School Review, I wanted to tell you this. So it says that network marketing is being taught at more than 200 colleges, including Harvard Business School. They went on to tell you like key important things that after their studies, direct sales companies needs, and I wanted to share one of them with you. They said, it needs to be a ground floor opportunity. Harvard Business School suggests that in order for the opportunity to qualify as ground floor, the number of existing reps must be less than 1% of the total population of the country where the company is operating. That would be the United States here for us. In the United States, this figure is equal to 1.5 million. If the company has less than 100,000 distributors, Harvard Business School considers it to be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, in capital letters. A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. That's every single person sitting here. So what are you going to do with it? Something? That's your choice. You can. And you know what? That's not going to be everybody's situation where they're in that 100,000 or less. You are. And with that, like Sheila mentioned earlier, they're not all working their business, right? So the numbers, like across the United States, it's crazy. It's crazy. Norwex has less than 100,000 consultants in the United States. Tell me that's not cool, right? That's awesome. So to me, this is kind of crazy. And I'm going to tell you a quick story. Another thing that I've just been like, wow, with what we get paid. Okay, I'm ending, I promise. So I had a party recently, and it was subpar from what I like, maybe I'm used to. And I came in, and my husband was sitting there. How did it go? As always, response, how did it go? And I'm all, ugh. So I started rattling off my complaints. Only this many people came, and I left with like this much orders, and this and that. And he was sitting there, and he was like, he's a math guy. Boom, 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 boom. That's what happened in his head when I was complaining. And he's like, yeah, but you still made like $30 an hour. And I was all, yeah, but normally I make like 60 to 80 and like, you know, and I was like, I thought, dang it, that did stink, proof. And he was like, Heather. So my husband owns a home health and hospice company. And he said, I have nurses who have pagers that are on call in the middle of the night that do nasty jobs that I pay 15 American dollars to. And you're complaining about the 2 hours you just spent making $30 an hour, and it'll probably go up from there. And I was like, ungrateful wretch that I am. I'm normally a really grateful person. I just got caught up in my circumstance of being bummed that it wasn't what I had, hoped or wanted. But when I really broke it down, holy cow, $30 an hour. Do you know very many people that make $30 an hour? They all have degrees. We don't have to. We talked about that, right? Okay, so be grateful and recognize what we have. We really have something special. So don't take for granted the number that you are in this company. You see how big of a deal that is. Share the amazingness with other people. Tell them that at your parties. When you're recruiting, tell them the Business Harvard School Law Review, whatever, Harvard Business School Review says that a company that has 100,000 or less consultants is considered once in a lifetime opportunity. And that's what Norwex is. Do you think someone's going to perk their ears up over that? Yes. Don't take for granted your flexible hours that allow you to be home with family and kids. Don't take for granted the money that you make. I made that mistake, and hopefully you guys can learn from me. Don't take for granted the generous hostess gifts and program. So many other places don't offer that, or it comes out of the consultant's pocket. Norwex pays for everything in that hostess plan, which helps us get business. We're super lucky. Don't take for granted the incentives that we get every month. Every month I get free stuff showing up at my house. And sometimes we get used to it and expect it and be like, there's only 30 catalogs in the thing this month? Jeez, right? Don't take it for granted. It's a gift. Don't take for granted the free kit. Realize what it is and share it. Don't take for granted the friendships that you've made, whether it's been with hostesses or that you will make, because I promise that you will. We're a fun-loving bunch who loves everyone and everyone's welcome, but don't take for granted those relationships. Have gratitude. Choose to see the positive. It is a choice in every aspect of your life, not just with Norwex, to choose to see the positive. And even in hard, struggling, difficult times, whether it's the worst or the best of times, you still have a choice of how you're going to see it and to choose the positive and to find gratitude. If you're willing to look for it, you'll find it. Don't take for granted who you are and your purpose and your mission and being part of this company and joining forces with Norwex and their purpose and mission of helping to have healthier homes by getting rid of chemicals. So my point is, don't take any of it for granted and to just share the amazingness. We're going to watch just a quick 3 or 4 minute video, and we'll let you guys go home.
Thank you.